you doing? Danny Funk.
Hey, Chris Rock, man. How are you doing?
Oh, man, what can I say? I listen to this show every goddamn week. Man, it's a real hit. I get triggered every time I say that word. Why am I even saying it?
Oh man, it is good to hear you. It is good to hear you, man. You've been taking kind of an unfair beating right now. You know, you're almost, I wouldn't say the bad guy, but there's a lot of people who are not siding with you. How do you feel about the fact that there's literally people who are like, yeah, Will Smith was right to just slap
Man,
you in
you
the
would
face?
look at a white woman's Facebook profile. It's crazy. She's all like, Will Smith, he's just protecting his property. And then they go on and say, but I'm a feminist, and violence is never the answer. And then they go, Ukraine? What the hell is that? I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. I mean, the whole thing is crappy. And then the fact that, you know, you just have to just deal with all this stuff right now and all this speculation. So I have a question. When it happened, what were you thinking when Will was walking over to you in that moment? Like, did you think about hitting him back? Like, what were you thinking there?
I thought he was just coming up with one of them magical pens from Men in Black, and he was going to make me try to forget. And everybody make him all forget that, man, all them boys, they were friends of his son. They give it to his business. They be like, oh, God damn, I thought he was going to come Man in Black me or some shit like that. But no, man, he bitch slapped me. And I'm surprised he hit like that, because I didn't feel a goddamn thing. He hit like a butterfly. He sting like a butterfly.
Yeah, you can't let him win this one. You gotta definitely say
he deserves to win an Oscar for best goddamn lousy audience member. Say that much. He reminds me of one of those guys that come up to you like in a redneck town, and he comes yelling at you, and he's like, "I'm trying to help the comedian." He's one of them guys.
Yeah, he is. He really is. I'm trying to help the comedian guy. He is a heckler. I was saying he's one of the first instances where the heckler destroys the comedian, because all the other videos you see on YouTube, it's comedian destroys heckler. And it seems like for this one instance, it was the heckler got one over, but it was a cheap shot. It was a legit cheap shot. And he did you dirty, Chris. He did you real dirty. Okay. And I'm sorry.
He did my face dirty, but I tell you what he didn't do dirty, my bank account. Everybody's coming to see me perform now. They want to hear what I got to sing. And I'm blowing all my good stuff on you, Danny, because you're my man.
Hey, thanks, pal. I appreciate it. So what do you think about the fact that everyone was pointing out how Jada was so open about having sex with all these other men? She's doing these interviews. She's like, yeah, I'm fucking all these other guys. Will Smith just has to take it, right? And, you know, this is the thing that set him off. All these people are making, you think he was like, maybe that has something to do with it? He was taking all that anger out on you?
You know, like, all I gotta say is that, man, I'm glad it wasn't Tupac I was there with. Tupac wouldn't have smacked me, he would have shot me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, if that was Tupac, you think he would have made the same? But I guess you could have made the G.I. Jane joke about Tupac. Although if you called Tupac G.I. Jane, that probably wouldn't have sat well with him either. He probably would have, you probably would have got fucked up regardless, right?
When they gave him an Oscar, I'll tell you this, when they gave that brother an Oscar, man, I just thought, man, it looked like a lifetime statue of his. It looked like a statue of his wife. They were bold and cold.
Oh man, Chris, you still got it. I got to tell you, you have still got it. Now, so you have some shows in Boston right now, right? You're doing some shows in Boston. Before you go,
I thought it was gonna be one of them racist clam chowder motherfuckers in Boston coming up smacking me in the face. I don't believe it's Will Smith. Will Smith.
So you got these shows, and I've seen the tickets. Their tickets sales have gone up 25 times because of this. So you are kind of making some bank here. You are clearing up.
It was actually an inside job, man. It was an inside job. I set him up. I told him, smack me in the face. Nobody's coming to goddamn see me perform. He was just helping a brother out. He smacked me in the face, and my baby go bling, bling, bling.
Oh, man, you must be cleaning up. And I know I saw you in Toronto like 4 years ago, and you were talking a lot about how you're divorced and your wife was taking so much of your money. So it must be a little bittersweet because you got slapped in the face, and you're like, oh, I'm getting all this money. But then your wife is like, probably watching at home being like, oh man, Will Smith just slapped my ex-husband in the face. I'm going to be so much richer than I am already.
It's amazing, man. She gonna be a bare fact. I cheated on her and she left me. But Will Smith's wife, man, she cheated on him, he stays with her. I don't know what's going on, man. Woo! All I gotta say, you gotta bang your tambourine at my last special. Check it on the list.
Yeah, check it out. And are you so in your new act? Are you gonna be going hard on Will and Jada, or what? Are you gonna let sleeping dogs lie, or are you gonna give them the business? What's the deal?
Well, I had about 55 minutes on President Zelensky, but now I'm gonna have to change things.
Yeah, you're less Zelensky stuff, more Will Smith.
I'm gonna be like Dave Chappelle. I'm just gonna get drunk in this sick house.
Do you think they should take his Oscar? Do you think they should take it from him?
No, man, he's a great actor, man. He should have won that Oscar for Muhammad Ali because he pretended he knew how to slap a brother.
That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, man. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I do appreciate you calling in. You are by far the biggest star that we've ever had on the short life of this show, and I do appreciate it. That was Chris Rock, everybody. Thank you, Chris. Anything you want to say?
No problem, man. I got to get back to icing my bank account because it's red hot right now.
Okay, that's Chris Rock. Thanks, buddy. Take care. All right, that was Chris Rock, everybody, and not comedian Byron Bertram. That was Chris Rock and not comedian Byron Bertram.